No one in the Helios spiral spoke Queen Velitha's name lightly. Among 1,000 star systems and dozens of ancient empires, she was known by many titles: the Widow of Crowns, the Starbound Siren, the Living Weapon. Entire alien kings, beings who ruled worlds older than humanity's recorded history, feared her beauty more than any fleet, because those who desired her often lost everything. Empires collapsed after proposing alliance through marriage. Warlords went mad trying to possess her. Kings who refused her terms found their supply lines mysteriously erased, their generals turning traitor, their planets isolated by politics sharper than any blade. Velith never raised an army herself. She never needed to. And yet, standing alone in the vast audience chamber of the neutral Citadel station, she felt something she had not felt in centuries. Uncertainty. Across the polished obsidian floor stood a single human soldier, hands clasped behind his back, posture relaxed to the point of disrespect. No jeweled armor. No entourage. Just a plain combat uniform marked with the faded insignia of Earth's Expeditionary Corps. Captain Elias Ward. The only being in the galaxy who had not bowed. The only one who had not looked at her like she was a prize, or a threat. He simply looked curious. The Citadel station had summoned them both to negotiate a ceasefire between 3 rival alien kingdoms. All 3 rulers had arrived with fleets. Velith had arrived alone. The human delegation had sent 1 soldier and a handful of diplomats, who now stood nervously far behind him. Every alien monarch present watched Velith carefully, fearful of provoking her attention. Except the human. Captain Ward, the Citadel arbiter intoned, you stand in the presence of Queen Velith of the Lyrasan Dominion. You will show respect. Elias inclined his head politely. Of course. Velitha's eyes, luminous silver, like moons caught in starlight, narrowed. That is all? She asked, her voice melodic and dangerous. No kneeling? No flattery? No trembling? Elias shrugged, a movement that sent murmurs through the chamber. Where I'm from, respect is about how you treat someone, not how low you bend. One of the alien kings hissed in alarm. Another shifted nervously, already calculating whether this insult would cost him a world. Velith studied the human more closely. His heart rate was steady. No chemical indicators of fear. No pheromonal submission response. Impossible. Do you know, she said softly, how many kings have died because they thought they could speak to me as an equal? Elias met her gaze without flinching. I don't doubt it. But I'm not a king. I'm just a soldier sent to make sure nobody starts a war they can't finish. For the first time in centuries, Queen Velith smiled. Not the practiced smile that ended negotiations, but something small and genuine. The talks stretched for days. As expected, the alien kings postured, threatened, and maneuvered. Velith spoke little, yet every sentence she uttered bent the room in her favor. Elias watched quietly, learning. He noticed how Velith never repeated herself. How she never interrupted. How she allowed her enemies to talk themselves into mistakes. And Velith noticed him noticing. During a recess, she approached him on the observation deck, stars drifting slowly beyond the transparent alloy walls. You observe like a strategist, she said. Yet you wear the insignia of a frontline soldier. Elias chuckled. On Earth, the ones who survive longest tend to learn fast. She turned toward him, her presence commanding even in silence. You are not afraid of me. He considered the statement. I respect you. That's different. Her gaze softened, just slightly. All the kings fear me because they want something from me, my alliance, my throne, my body. You want nothing. I want peace, Elias replied. And for people to stop dying over pride. Velith laughed quietly, the sound like distant bells. You humans are strange creatures. Yeah, he agreed. We've been told. On the fourth day, the inevitable happened. One of the alien kings, Korthax of the Blooded Sons, attempted to assassinate Velith, believing her death would shatter the balance of power. He was wrong. The attack came in the form of a phased energy implosion, disguised as a diplomatic artifact. Velith sensed it an instant too late. But Elias moved faster. He threw himself between her and the device, activating his personal shield and bracing as the explosion tore through the chamber. The force hurled him across the floor, armor cracked, blood spreading beneath him. The room descended into chaos. When the smoke cleared, Velith knelt beside the fallen human, silver hands trembling. Why? She demanded, her voice sharp with something dangerously close to panic. You owe me nothing. Elias coughed, managing a weak grin. Guess I lied. I wanted one more thing. What? To prove that not everyone in this galaxy measures worth by fear. Medical teams rushed in, but Velith did not move. Her presence alone froze the assassins where they stood, paralyzed by a wrath that would echo through history. Korthax was arrested. His empire would fall within the year, not by Velith's hand, but by the united decree of every ruler who now understood the cost of underestimating her. Elias survived. Humans, Velith learned, were far more durable than they looked. When he awoke in the medbay, he found her seated beside him, regal posture softened by exhaustion. You should be resting, he murmured. So should you, she replied. Silence stretched between them, comfortable and unfamiliar. You know, Elias said eventually, everyone out there thinks you're terrifying. Velith's smile was sad. They fear what they cannot control. And you? He asked. I fear, she admitted quietly, that if I stop being terrifying, the galaxy will devour me. Elias reached out, his hand brushing hers, tentative, respectful. Maybe. Or maybe it'll learn something new. She looked at him then, truly looked, and for the first time since ascending her throne, Velith allowed herself to imagine a future not ruled by solitude. The ceasefire was signed the next day. Queen Velith returned to her dominion stronger than ever, her legend transformed. No longer merely feared, now respected. And Captain Elias Ward declined every promotion offered, choosing instead to serve as Earth's permanent liaison to the Lyrasan Dominion. Whispers spread across the stars. Of a beautiful alien woman feared by kings. And the one human soldier who saw her not as a weapon or a prize, but as a person. History would remember that moment as the day the galaxy learned a dangerous truth. Fear can rule empires, but courage and compassion can change them.